Hey guys, and welcome to Single in the City. I'm Michelle Sade.
And I am G. Phillips.
And today we have a special guest. Her name is Victoria. Come on in.
Hey. Hey. Thanks for having me. I'm so very excited.
Nice to meet you.
And you as well,
How are you
G.
today?
It is good to
Alright,
meet
alright,
you.
alright.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm happy that you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I understand we're talking about
Narcissistic people.
narcissistic people. That actually is a very good topic. It really is. I think it's interesting that you said narcissistic people.
Yeah. Well, let me say this. Victoria's a therapist. So she's going to tell us all about this narcissistic situation going on.
Okay.
And I'm excited about it.
You should be. It's good.
Good.
A little narcissism
Uh-huh.
is good for the soul. Having said that, I want to clarify that it is a real personality disorder. Did you guys know that?
I did.
You did.
You did.
Do tell.
Yes.
Well, I'll let you elaborate on the topic, and then
Okay,
I'll chime in.
According to the Diagnostic Statistical Manual, the DSM, and I really can speak, guys, I know I can. That's our medical book, where we get all our diagnoses and interventions and things like that, what we can do and what makes it. It is a personality disorder with very distinct characteristics. So a person can be and have a narcissistic personality disorder.
Okay.
And it is a serious thing if left untreated and can get away. Now, what do I mean? I see it in your face.
Okay. I'm waiting. Tell us all about it.
Well, someone who always needs attention.
Oh.
Always. It is me.
So are you a narcissist?
That is a good question, G. That was a good question. Yes and no. You can be narcissistic because sometimes it has to be about you.
Right.
Am I right? It has to be about you. But then that coupled with lack of empathy, that's not you at all.
Right.
Okay? Lack of empathy. I don't care about your feelings. Okay? Or Michelle, finish talking so I can speak. Because I'm mad at her.
I'm not listening to you. I'm just waiting to talk.
I'm just waiting to talk. Like tapping my finger. Are you finished?
Right.
Okay. What about no boundaries? You're on the phone and they just bust in.
That's
I'm on
rude.
the phone.
That's rude.
Yeah. I'm on the phone and you're talking to me.
Right. And I'm
That's
going.
rude.
And that's not only rude. That's a trait of a narcissistic personality. Okay. There are pretty much 11. I'm going to refer to my notes in my phone. And they're pretty much 11. But a sense of self-importance. Now that's different than
Let's get into
confidence.
that.
Let's
A
elaborate.
sense of self-importance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more important than anything else. I'm more important than anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
But that can be subjective
Okay.
based on the situation. I mean, we're talking in general or we're talking about specifics?
We're talking all the time.
Okay, well, that's hard to say because different people interact different with different people.
Right.
But remember that it's not that in and of itself, because we all have to have a sense of self-importance, right? Because we are important.
Absolutely.
Okay, we
Well,
are important.
I'm
I
super
think-
important.
I
Okay.
think Victoria is saying that all of us have a tad bit of narcissistic in us, but some people are just a problem.
What I'm saying.
I don't know, maybe
Wait,
I'm
No,
saying
no, that was an excellent analogy. That was excellent. That was an excellent summation. What I'm saying is, all of us have narcissistic tendencies, and they're healthy. Take it all together, mixed up, and if a person is always that way, it becomes very difficult.
Right.
So it can be subjective at times. It could be derogatory, or sometimes it could be healthy. It's almost like having a healthy feeling. Like, I'm afraid to go over there because that's high. That's a healthy fear. But sometimes when people relate to fear, they relate to it as if it's negative. Just like narcissism, like you just said, it's good narcissism, and there's bad. But it's subjective based on the situation.
That is an excellent point. Let's put a pin in that. Because
Okay.
let's circle back to that, because
Okay.
that's a
Yeah.
good point.
I think so.
Okay, a preoccupation with power, beauty, or success.
Oh, that's what they always have, these three things.
A preoccupation with power, beauty, or success.
Power, beauty, or success. Y'all remember
Okay.
that?
Okay? You guys know people like that who are always consumed with that?
Huh.
Always consumed with, yeah, I gotta get to, there's never enough. They're always going for the pot at the end of the rainbow.
Never satisfied.
Never
I know some people.
Excellent point. Never
Never
satisfied.
satisfied.
I'm like that. at some
I'm speaking from knowing some people. No.
Well,
G-Fitness.
yeah, I'm not just hey.
No, I'm like that at some point. I'm only going to say this because, like you said, there are times when you need to be a certain type of way. And it's not necessarily directed towards someone. It's just that at times people take your kindness for weakness sometimes. And sometimes you can put on a little power trip sometimes because you want people to understand you. And sometimes you have to go there.
You two are raising good points, and what I want you to remember, because you're raising excellent points, okay? What I want you to remember is that narcissistic people possess this all the time. They leave no room for anybody else, okay? They leave no room for anybody else to be themselves.
Yes.
They leave no room for you to matter. They take away your choices,
Yes.
okay? Because they make it always all about them.
Yes, because like if you change the topic, it's like, no, you change the topic. Let's get back to me.
Let's get back
I
to
was talking about me. Don't worry about, that.
Absolutely, Michelle. I couldn't have said it better myself. Not only that, coupled with a sense of entitlement. Now, I don't know about you guys, nothing annoys me more than somebody who thinks they're entitled. You've seen those people in restaurants.
Give us an example of that.
Well,
Entitlement.
entitlement. I can only eat filet mignon because everything else is inferior. How dare you present me with anything less than filet mignon?
This is in the restaurant.
That's in the restaurant. Okay, we can leave.
So you're
let's
entitled
do
to
this.
that filet mignon.
You're entitled to getting in that cab first. You're entitled to riding around in the best car. You're entitled to your stuff, Michelle.
Let's do an example with a lover. Entitled to what?
She's on point, guys. She really
I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to the
but
business.
that's what
Well,
we're talking
I would
about.
say entitled to a lover, a woman is always feeling like they're entitled to material things from a man.
Oh,
Did we
a
go
man-
there again? Did we go there again?
Oh, yeah,
Did we go there again?
I went there.
Okay.
He did go there because he used a woman from a man.
It's a narrative.
So, of course, it is a narrative. So we're going to use our own narratives, and we're going to say a man from a woman. What about,
Well,
how
let's-
about a man who always thinks that he should be
Well,
entitled, ready for this,
let's not skip over.
to sex all the
Well,
we give it to
time?
that.
Well, let's not skip over the fact that I brought up. Now you guys are being narcissists because
We'll get back to that, Greg.
they never explained my question. Now they jump from what I said instead of having a conversation about it to what about a man? No,
No, what about a woman? No,
that's
what-
narcissist.
Is it,
Yes.
or are we just
Well, we can have a tad bit of it.
We
Well,
have to
which is
have.
healthy.
It is
Well,
very healthy.
It's subjective because again, there are times where it's warranted, and there are times when it's completely not warranted, and you still expect it.
However, to get back to your point, which was
Yes.
an excellent one,
About the woman.
that is in a sense of entitlement. We're taking issue that you used a woman because
Yes.
we're women.
I'm sorry.
Don't
Yeah.
tear
I'm sorry y'all
back.
feel that way. I'm sorry y'all feel that way.
But there are men who who want you to buy them. I mean, you know, successful women, as successful women, we deal with that all the time. Well, what are you going to do for me?
I agree. There
So-
are both.
Yeah, men do that.
They're both.
Men absolutely
Why
do
is my
that.
dinner not
Absolutely.
cooked?
Okay,
Yeah.
or
The dinner's supposed to be.
Oh, wash the clothes. Yeah.
why aren't these
Where's she
Gucci,
go?
why aren't these Gucci loafers? You know? Well, you know, washing the clothes, sense of entitlement or just things you expect. See, entitlement is different from an expectation. Can we agree on that?
Okay.
Okay, entitlement feels like even if that goes against everything you feel, I still want it.
Mm.
I don't care what you think. I still feel like I have to have it because I'm entitled to it.
Okay.
I'm entitled to it. I'm special.
Well, if I can elaborate,
Please
I'm
do.
going to give you an example.
Okay.
This is the studio. I have people coming here to rent the building. Sometimes they come in here to perform or do things. So because I'm the owner, I never throw my weight around or anything like that. But it gets to a point where people start feeling like they're entitled to certain things in the building. They don't
Wow.
ask. They start picking up stuff, right? And they start using things. And then I have to get to a point to be like, hold up. I need to pull back now. I have to let you know you're not entitled
Right.
to come in here
Yeah.
and just do what you want because I allowed you to use the space, but you took advantage. So how
Right.
do you separate that entitlement, that type of entitlement, from just someone being a narcissist?
I don't think that's narcissist.
I mean, it could fall underneath that if someone's doing that. They're thinking that
Oh, the
everything is
narcissist
about
is the
them.
person coming in, taking over.
Right, but they made my building, they took over the building, that's what I'm saying. They
Oh.
felt the sense of entitlement, so now
Mm.
they're operating under their own guidelines and supervision under my building.
Ooh.
And I walk into it and I'm like, well, how long is this gonna go on? Because now I gave you the space and now you're disrespecting and the standards of the building, you're smoking in here when you're not supposed to be smoking, you feel entitled.
Oh, yes.
So
And
they're
that's an
narcissists.
excellent point. That is a trait of a narcissist.
Ah.
But let me address you. You walked in your own authority. That's because you're self-aware.
Mm.
So even if that person is a narcissist, they didn't infringe on your territory. Because
Ah.
you know who you are. But
Gotcha.
remember, it's all these traits together, or 9 out of these 11 traits together. And it has to be present all the time.
Oh, all of them, not one or two.
About 9 or 8, and
Okay.
all the time. A narcissist is a person who you cannot get along with.
Okay.
You cannot get along with, they make it impossible.
It's hard to get along with anyone.
Was there a level of narcissist?
Yes,
People have,
there
well, like
is.
you said, you have a
It's
trait,
levels
doesn't
to
mean
it.
that you're overboard. You may show some symptoms.
It's levels to it.
Right.
Let's put a pin in that.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm gonna say that, because there are so many other factors with that.
Okay.
You
Okay.
guys are very, very intuitive. You guys are on point with this, and you got this. Let's go to, can only be around people who are important or special.
Mm.
Now, that's a big one.
That's
Wow.
not me.
Wow. Well, we know that no one at this table is a narcissist. All I'm saying is, we know people that do these things, and we need to be calling them out.
But there she goes. There are traits, and I do believe that we all possess those traits, like you said.
Yeah.
Now, how we express them is a different story.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
Okay, someone, who's on the A list?
Oh, yeah.
Well, why would I be there and grace them with my presence?
I know those people.
I'm not going to that red carpet because ain't nobody there. I ain't see no celebrities up in there.
That part.
A
Yeah,
lot of
I've
That
seen
part. And now what's happening is you guys are going, is that why I didn't get along with that person? Is that why I never cared for that person? But the next one is gonna really drive the nail.
Before you go ahead, one more thing.
Okay.
The studio again.
Great.
I'm in the-
G is
that's my
funny.
work.
G is funny.
People come into the studio and the first thing they say, hey man, who records here? Huh?
That's a perfect example.
Who records here? And I'm like, what do you mean who records here?
You know what though? If you're secure within yourself,
Yeah.
you don't care who's been here.
Right. Green Money records here.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah. Green
That
Money
goes-
records
that
it.
goes
Green
into
Money.
another topic, authenticity.
Okay.
That's
That's what I wanted
absolutely
to add to
true.
you.
We
But-
need to talk about that one next.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
it's
that's
all good.
absolutely true. You guys are raising some great points, But
Okay.
the next one is
Okay.
really going to drive
Okay.
it home. They're exploitive. I really can't speak for their own gain. Now this ties it all up. Yeah.
Oh,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding, ding,
That's a
ding.
root.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's a rule.
Yeah. Because that's what it is. You're going. Either of you ever been in a situation where you said, "Why did I even give in to that person? Why did I do that? I didn't want to do that." Or
Yes.
I didn't want to be here, or I didn't want to be with them. I mean,
I always say, "Oh, they got me again."
they got me again. That's a good one. Yeah.
I believe people do what they want. It's a level of tolerance. Because sometimes people know something's not right, they just tolerate it because they want something from it too. Or they may feel lonely. Or they may feel like, oh, if I don't do this, I may be able to benefit. That person may come with a benefit. And you may say, okay, well, I'm going to go along with it because they got to connect.
Ooh,
Would you like to speak to that? You want me? That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one, and that's a good analogy.
Speaking from experience.
But that person, the person who allows that to happen, there aren't, here's that word again, self-aware and or authentic. So and narcissists thrive on that. A confident person is not overwhelmed by a narcissistic personality. We usually weed them out. You know, you do you, I'm out of here.
that's one thing I have to say. I do not have narcissistic friends. I would dead the relationship right away. I don't have those.
You hear that?
people
You're
in my life.
dead.
Right.
Okay?
I don't tolerate those people in my life. But if it's a family member, what do you do?
That is
See,
an
there it is.
excellent point.
Acceptance. You're going to accept it because it's a family member, but you still know that it's something wrong. That's what I was saying before. It's subjective because if you want to tolerate that family member, you tolerate the family member, but you know the whole time you're doing it with a conscious mind, but you're still doing it and knowing that it's affecting you. That's a little bit of a sickness.
It wears on you. Even though you're not, if you're dealing with someone that wears on you,
It absolutely does.
mentally and physically.
But you have a choice. Your choice
Tell me the
becomes.
Do you have your choice? Do you
Tell
have
me
a
the choice.
Yeah.
My choices are conscious choices because I'm not going to tolerate somebody whether they're a family member or not if I feel that it's something I
You
don't
just
want to
don't
do.
cover.
No, because I'm not going to do it because the outcomes for me is greater and I don't want the bad outcome, especially because it's a family member and it hurts even more because you got more emotions for somebody you love when you care about more. So it's worse when you do it with a family member to me because you're going to hurt more. Versus it being somebody that's not close to you, like, okay, it happened. But a family member is going to hurt, it's going to cut deep because you're going to think about the time you had with that person you know and the things that person could spread through the rest of the family or how someone's going to take that his side or her side of the story and another family member come get involved in it. So to me, it runs a little bit deeper and I think that it should stop even quicker with a family member.
Let me say this. Most people that are narcissistic people don't know they're narcissistic people.
They're not.
Most of them.
Do they not know? Do they not care? Or are they in tonight? Because I'm going to tell you, most narcissists know.
Ooh.
They know.
Oh, they know.
They know.
Ooh.
They know. They
Oh.
just can't help it. They know. Remember, this is a personality disorder
It's
brought
an
on
addiction.
by culture. No, not an addiction. Culture, environment. I know a situation.
Mhm.
And it comes full circle back to what G said. And what I always tell my clients is, well, do you get to pick your family? Do you?
don't.
Pick your family.
Do you
No,
get
you
to
don't.
pick your family? You don't.
No.
So does it mean that you are responsible for their behavior?
Their consequence is not mine.
Absolutely. Say that again.
Their consequence is not mine.
Okay? The only thing you are responsible for is how their behavior affects you.
Affects me.
Affects you. Okay? So
It's my
that's how
job
you
to
deal with that
protect myself.
family member who is a narcissist. Because remember, this is environmental, this is triggers. What if they have a substance abuse problem?
That's their problem.
That is their problem. What if they are suffering with depression? There's all the other factors.
That's where they need
But
to seek professional help.
They
like
need to
yourself.
seek professional help. It is a personality disorder. Remember that. It needs a change in behavior. They're arrogant. They don't care that you know and you don't think. They're arrogant. Remember, all these are sum totals. And most of the time, you said it earlier, Michelle. You said you dead them. You dead them. They're not in your
Because
life.
it's within your control.
Yeah. Because that's in my control. I can hang up the phone and never talk to you again.
But isn't your relationship, can you define your relationship with the family member?
No.
You can't?
I can't just hang up the phone and talk to them again. So it's hard. I mean, I don't do that with my family.
You can
My
limit the topics.
family is important to me.
Even if they're wrong,
Yeah, family. I don't fall out with family. We don't.
even if
fall
they're
out.
wrong.
We don't fall out.
She come from a
So
different
we're
family. y'all.
we're not Americans, so it's different. So we're from the islands, and we're very close. The whole family, everybody's close. Nobody falls out.
Well,
You know.
nobody's perfect either. And I'm sure that there got to be somebody that rubs you the wrong way, that has rubbed you the wrong way. And again, it goes back to that acceptance. You're accepting it because it's a family member. Me, I don't care who you are.
Right, right.
If you violate me,
Yeah.
I'm going to look at you a certain type of way because you have now taken away something that you did not respect from me because I've never done that to you.
Right.
But if you're doing that to me just because you're a family member, you're expecting or sense of entitlement because I'm your cousin.
Right.
I'm your brother. Okay. So that means you smoke in my building when I tell you not to?
Oh.
That means you go and take my car without asking?
Or something smaller.
Or something smaller.
You go eat my dessert that I've been savoring.
And you
for-
know it was mine.
And you know it was
How does
mine.
that work, Michelle?
With the family member, Michelle, can you set up boundaries?
Wow.
Well, I really don't want to do a counseling session right now.
I mean, it's kind of what we talking about here. You know,
So-
counseling.
It's a little private.
Okay.
So let's just get back to the traits.
No, we want the nitty gritty.
The nitty
No. We want the private.
Well, I think we've touched on something sensitive. You need to set up
Yeah.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
definitely.
Especially with
Definitely
family
been
members.
working on the boundaries.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But like I said, I never fall out with family really, like my general family, I don't fall out with no.
Okay.
Yeah.
My intentions is
We
not.
have too much respect for each other.
I have respect too. My intentions is not to fall out, but if someone is doing something that they know it's wrong and they know it's affecting me, or it's affecting my children or something like that, and they're continuing to do it, family or no family, I'm not going to allow that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Those are
You
boundaries.
did tip on it,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm not
those are
gonna allow
boundaries. That's my boundary. And I just want to say to you,
Mm-hmm.
respect is earned.
Yes.
Your strategies, both of your strategies are excellent. There are a couple of more points that
Okay.
we're going to point
Good.
on, and it gets better. Must be admired.
Mm.
Oh, yes.
I'm the prettiest thing in the room. I'm the most handsome. I recently was on a movie set. Just be in the background, nothing special. We all blend in.
Right.
There was this one gentleman. You couldn't miss him. He was rather large stature. Could be handsome, but it was all about him consistent,
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And what started out as being funny and he started out as being the life of the party and everybody wanted to be around him, became annoying at the end of a 14-hour day because it was all about him. I'm the coolest, I'm the baddest, I'm the best. And he never had anything nice to say.
Right.
And I'm always,
Right.
and I always think if you don't have anything nice to say, then what's wrong with you? Why are you so unhappy?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
I feel the purpose of someone. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, respond to that, please.
Now, I think the purpose, it needs to be understood what that person's purpose is. Because sometimes people have the purpose of being the star of the show. And everybody will respect that if that's understood. But if there's no understanding that that's his position and he's doing that, I feel that that's rude and it's wrong. But again, if you're on a movie set and saying something like that, which I am on my way too soon, which I'm very familiar with, there are stars of the show and then there are B-list and C-list actors, there are extras, there are people, but everybody's important to me because everybody plays a part. But again, it boils down to that person's position. So that person's position may warrant the attention because that's his position. But if it's understood, it's okay. But if it's not understood, I think it's not okay.
Gee, you're a diplomat.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Because he's a background actor. So why are you vying for such attention? You're already a large person, can't miss you. You know, just as an example, to show that there were some narcissistic tendencies. The prop master was looking for somebody to hold the coffee cup in a crowd. He knocked over everybody practically to get the coffee cup. Seriously,
That's
dude?
funny.
Yeah, that
Seriously,
seems
dude?
like you described him
That's
perfectly.
funny.
Yeah, you know?
So that wasn't his position.
And that is a narcissistic personality trait.
Yeah.
Michelle, any real life examples?
Come on.
The list goes on. It's all, like I said, it's all about me. Conversation have to be all about them. And as soon as you say something about you or someone else, it's like, but I was talking about me.
Right.
Okay. Let
Or
me
what
just
about that
shut up.
girlfriend when you tell her how happy you are in your new relationship,
Oh.
and
That's
they're
it.
like, "You got a new relationship, but with him?"
Yeah.
You know they're always poking holes in
Yeah.
in your story.
Yeah.
You know they're always bursting your balloons, and you feel so empty inside.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, what were you talking about, woman and narcissistic? Let's hear what you
Well,
have to say.
you guys want to take the pen out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Let's
Yeah.
take the pin out.
Let's take the pen out. Basically, I wasn't being negative. I don't want it to come across as derogatory, but I'm just saying this is the expected narrative when it comes to a man and a woman. The way that it has been written, that a man is supposed to provide and a woman expects to get flowers, expect to get gifts, diamonds. Mother's Day, there's diamonds, there's pearls, and then Father's Day there's a bathrobe, a tie that the guy's probably never gonna wear. I'm just saying it's more expected of a man to spend more money and then go out and work, and then when you don't spend the time, you can't have all the time if you're always working.
That's
you don't
true.
have the time.
That's
and I
true.
think sometimes women are unreasonable, and that's a trait
Okay, so all right. This money situation has come back up
because
again.
they feel they can't.
Okay, so here it is. Usually men are the breadwinners.
Usually.
Usually. And they usually make more money than us, and we expect more from them. You know, usually when a woman dates a man, he's making more money. And we expect the gift to be bigger than because we don't make as much as they do. And that's where that comes in. But if you're together in a relationship equally yoked, it shouldn't be who bought the bigger gift.
Well, if the narrative wasn't that way, we wouldn't even have an issue with the bigger gift if it wasn't expected. all the time. Like I said, Mother's Day is very important. We understand that.
Yeah.
But Father's Day, they don't hold us to the same standards as that being important. It's almost like when, I'm going to go here now, when a man and a woman, right, in a sexual situation, that a woman feels like, you know, mothers and you, they nurture y'all and tell you, don't give your goodies away now. Don't be going out here messing with these guys. And they teach you how valuable it is. We don't get taught that. We don't get told one time what to do with our private parts, how we should take care of ourselves. We get told, don't go out there and make no babies, but we don't get nurtured the way that y'all do. So y'all grow up with this understanding that if I give myself to you, you should be doing this, that. So that becomes a form of payment. And that's not right. Because
But it's
sometimes,
neither narcissistic though. It's just expectations and cultural boundaries and.
but if it changes the behavior, it does fall into the narcissistic.
Okay, tell us how it
situation.
falls there, because we kind of feel like we're in left field now.
No,
It
we're not.
can, it can, but it's not necessarily indicative. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It doesn't,
So-
that behavior doesn't mean that it's a narcissistic personality. Because he's talking about gender roles.
Not necessarily gender role, the
And
expectations from the gender roles.
But-
It's the expectations, like, if you put expectations on me, you better be able to put the same ones on yourself.
All right, guys, let me ask you a
Yes.
question. Picking up what G's putting down. Expectations. So, how many times have we gone into a relationship and we actually sat down and list expectations?
Not
Not never. Not never. Michelle,
I've done it before.
you've done it before?
That we both list, you know.
Well,
In the beginning.
that was very mature.
No, when we were having some issues.
Right, but not in the beginning.
Not in the beginning. So what I say is a lot of times that happens because we don't do that.
Set the tone.
We don't set the tone. We don't. This is what I am expecting. Can you meet this? Can we do this?
Well, guys, can we get back on a narcissistic topic?
We are on the narcissist.
Because right now I feel like we're talking about relationships.
But no, these things, we pick
Maybe I'm
relationships.
wrong.
We pick relationships to define
Mhm.
certain things that we are talking about. So I feel like we've been on topic the whole time because it's not the relationship that I'm making a point. I'm making a point of the behavior.
He's making
Because the behavior is what I'm understanding, what we're trying
And
to
you
get
think
to.
like that's a narcissistic behavior for a woman to feel like you should give her
Well, I'm speaking from experience. I
Okay.
grew up with my grandmother, my mother, and my sister. My brothers left when I was very young. So I grew up around the household of women.
Okay.
And I saw the entitlement, I saw the nurturing of the women, and I didn't get the same in return.
I get that.
I was kind of left out there. Go be a man. Go out there and figure it out.
You know,
Less lack of compassion.
yeah. Yeah.
And I see that, and I said, taking alone, that's not narcissistic.
No, what I'm saying to you, when you're in a relationship and you're with a man that's pretty much, you don't know how broken he is. But your expectations of a man is him to have everything together. But no, we don't have everything together. We have issues, we have problems,
Yeah.
but we can never express ourselves because when we start showing emotions, we get, then the women, they come, you be a man, this and that.
Yeah.
And we never get the chance to express ourselves. So a lot of us are built
Yeah.
up with a lot of anger.
Michelle, I'm gonna put this in a box. That was a very poignant
Yes,
point.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so expectations with a broken man or broken woman, it goes both ways.
No, that's not a broken man.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm trying to
A narcissistic personality won't give a flip line.
Mm-hmm.
That ties it up. That's how you know it's expectations, but a narcissistic personality is the extreme. Doesn't matter that you're broken. Doesn't matter that you can't
But that's
do
what I'm
it.
saying.
Doesn't matter that you don't have it to give.
But there are women that do that.
Okay, yeah,
They
absolutely.
go to the extreme. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Not concerned about how a man is feeling. I'm to the extreme. I want what I want, and that's it. If you can't provide this, if you're not, I heard something today real quick. Somebody said, if a man can't show you $30,000 of his own money, you need to leave him alone. Why would you put that out there and you don't have $30,000 of your own? Your own.
What are you bringing
What
to
are
the
you
table?
bringing to the table? That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Excellent points, excellent points. You guys are
It's a
all
little rough
right
now.
and raising some
I'm
points.
just saying, like,
Give us a break,
it's,
man.
you know, it's, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Narcissistic is a topic that we can go on and on for hours.
Hours.
Because there are a lot of
So
variables.
what we're going to do, we're gonna have to end up doing another show on our narcissist because we're running out of time. And if you guys want to just finish up and just say your last.
I love your presentation. I love the fact that you brought this to light because I got a chance to actually express myself. Like, seriously, I joke a little bit, but I'm seriously feeling good about some of the things I was able to let out. And that's what these conversations to me should be about. People, like, I benefited today by, letting something out. But I don't know how understood I was.
No, I do want
But-
you to go ahead and wrap with him addressing his point with, always telling the woman that, it's all about her and man.
Yeah, give me my out.
Well, you summed it up. It's about what are you bringing? What are we doing together? How can we grow together? And you can say that. You can say that, G. You have the capacity to say that. I'm not hearing us.
Right.
I'm not hearing you being part of a couple. And usually when you put that out to someone, they have to respond to that. They have to.
I think that we're in a time that it's just so hard. It's so hard. It's hard for women and men. We're in a crazy time. It's not like back in the day when we were dating. This dating era right now is a little crazy.
Well, I think the traditional values sometimes kind of created narratives that are messed up too.
Absolutely.
Because that was then, this is now. Like if you go by when your grandmother grew up and you dating now, I remember trying to tell my mother, we don't do that no more. Boy, this is what you need to be doing. And they didn't want to change with the time. So I think a lot of times that traditional values came in and set the tone. And we had the expectations that that's what we should follow, especially in family.
Especially in family. Especially in family. You brought
Michelle
it
said it
up.
earlier, family.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
brought it up earlier. You said, and girls get it, women get it, but guys don't.
Yeah.
Why would a man buy the cow when he's already getting the milk? I grew up with that. I heard that all the time.
Ooh.
Did I listen? Another show.
Right.
Another show.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay.
things have changed. I mean, we couldn't even, and we're getting off topic, but it is related. We couldn't even discuss that. So that we have, and I'm going to tie it all up. There was another point, and we can introduce it later, but I'm just going to tie it all up. But it's narcissistic personalities that are bred today. That's why it's a problem. That's why we have problems in our relationships, because we're raising them. We're raising them.
Yes.
They're everywhere. We change the narrative,
Yes.
and now we're like, where did these little monsters come from?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, guys. So
And that's a
thanks
wrap.
for joining us. You can catch me on IG, Michelle_Sade7, and Single in the City TV on all platforms. Go ahead. Tell them your IG. Well, do you have social media?
Well, the nature of my business doesn't kind of allow me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's not do
So-
that. Greg?
My website?
Well, G?
Okay, well, you can catch me on The Real Gregory Fields Jr. all across the board.
Okay. Great. Bye.
See you later.